This is a demonstration of reading AC volts, DC volts, and using AC millivolts to look for power supply ripple. This is a 3D printer that is not working very well. The heating bed does not heat. So we're going to use the voltmeter to do a couple checks. So first off, we're going to turn the voltmeter on, and it's selected for DC. The first thing that I'd like to do is read AC. And behind it, we see we have, this is hot now. This is 115 volts coming in through the switch. And luckily a lot of that stuff's covered, but it not always is, so you have to be very careful. I flipped up the terminal board on the power supply. So we're going to use the meter to read the AC volts into the power supply. And there has a light on, but we're just going to double check it. It has the red lead, the black lead. The red lead is labeled line, the black is labeled neutral, and the green is labeled ground. So I'm just going to put my probe across those, and it reads 122 volts RMS AC, which is a good number for this unit. I'm going to change the selection to DC. We're going to read the power supply volts. The red wires are V+, the black wires are V-. So I have selected DC, and we're going to put the black lead on the black and the red lead on the red. And it reads 24.2, which is, this is a 24 volt power supply. That seems like a good number. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to select AC and put that on the DC power supply. And it reads a very, very small number. So what I'm going to do now is select millivolts. And it changed to DC. I'm going to select AC again and put that on the DC power supply output. And it's complaining. And here we go. So it's having trouble picking anything up. So that's a good thing. I believe our power supply is working. So for this exercise, I want to demonstrate how to use the voltmeter to read DC volts. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to switch the meter to volts. And it went right to DC volts. And I'm just going to leave it auto range. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the Bluetooth. You can see my reflection. By holding down the Bluetooth button, and then we get a Bluetooth flashing light symbol right there. Not light. Okay, so I'm going to hook the meter up to the battery in my car so we can make the voltage reading. And I turned on the Bluetooth so I can record it on the phone. Note the probes on the meter are plugged in to the COM and to the voltage connection. The red is plus, the black is negative. So here we go. I'm going to put the meter over here. Oh, that's not the best spot. Let's put the meter over here. And I'll use the phone for that. This is the plus meter of the battery terminal. I'll put the red lead to that. And then the black lead of the meter on the negative terminal of the battery. Let's see if we can And we have to make sure that we have the leads in a place where it's not going to cause problems. And we see right now it reads 12.491 volts. We can use the range button to make that number better. 12.3 it says. Let's go. We don't need that many digits. Let's go 12.48. Funny how the number changes. Now, with the Bluetooth on, I'm going to connect it with my phone. And on my phone, there's an app called BLE for multimeter. So we're going to connect it. Very hard to see that. Connect to BDM, and there we go. 12.49. And there's a reason why we're going to do that. And you're going to move into the side of the car. Okay, just for fun while that's trending and updating, the battery voltage is coming down. I'm going to restart it again. Get some more data. You see how voltage came way back up again to 14. And we're charting it. Just for fun, we can go out, make sure that that's what the meter says. And the meter agrees.